into it. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Should I do music? Should I?
Do the music.
Yeah, you got the live music joint.
I'm assuming that makes it editing mad easier, right?
Not so much, but I mean, anything helps.
Oh shit! Grab here the little shit. So now
don't you do this shit off your?
Off the phone, yeah.
I don't know which one.
Oh my god! 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 It's What's Up with the Minutes? Episode 14. Episode 14. Episode 14. That's so crazy. That's a big ass number, bro. It's actually a little bit ridiculous. Like I know I say this every time, sorry, but literally we keep recording episodes, and then episodes keep coming out, and then we record another one. It's crazy.
God.
It's crazy. I'm enjoying my time, having a good time. What's up with the minutes? Oh.
No, I read a stat a while ago when I first started podcasting that most podcasts fail after 8 episodes, and I keep on looking at us, and our numbers is going up. I don't know how they do on actual people listening to podcasts, but on the video channel, on the YouTube, it'd be 200-300 people all the time clocking in.
The music's research.
Yeah. They need to stop that. Yeah,
they need to stop it, bro.
Yeah, they need to stop that.
Yeah. Whoever's in control of that should cut it out.
Yo, I have not turned on my turntables in like 2 or 3 years, man. They just sit in the back here, just looking fucking. Like, yeah, they don't do nothing.
That's a proper setup to not use them.
That is.
When you said I haven't used them in a while, I thought they'd be like in some cupboard somewhere. No, them shits is set up. That's that is not accidental.
Yeah.
No, fair. What's up with the minutes? We do hip hop conversations about interesting things to do with rap and the like. You know what I mean? We be activating your brain stems and your fucking cognitive pathways and shit with our rap conversations and shit. Every 2 weeks, me, Trey, and Mega come through. We get 3 topics of our choosing, discuss them, talk about them, and that's it. There's nothing else. That's the end of it. Don't ask me shit. That's what we do. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, GrandMEGAFlowers, Secret House Against. What's
up
with the minutes? Yeah, what up? Black Left, Top Rung Slam Bang Moving Concussion Wall.
What?
Oh my god, bro. I have no idea what he just said.
No, that's tough. TREDOES, would you like to tell the good people who you are?
My name is Trey, also known as TREDOES. I rap on occasion. I do this podcast on occasion. And besides that, I'm a person out here existing.
Shout out to existing. I, KOSEY, also exist. She, her champion, transgender queen doing the hip hop thing. We be rapping, we be producing, we be podcasting, and we be doing a 4th thing that I can't think of right now. What else do I do?
Secret
writing dissertations. Yeah,
they're writing dissertations. We be trying to interview people and they be screening my emails. You know how it is. I see you, Ulysses. Answer my fucking emails, please.
You emailed Ulysses?
I've emailed so many people being like, "Yo, I'd love to talk to you about this poetry." No one wants to talk to me, bro. It's fucked up. They don't fuck with me out here. They don't fuck with me.
Hollywood,
I think it's sexism, transphobia, racism, and all that. I don't.
Well, you see.
That's what I heard. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
That's what I heard. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody.
Yeah. You're gonna see on the timeline the next week is Ulysses being cancelled for not valuing transgender black women. That's what's coming. I think that's what's coming.
Women's History Month is the time to strike. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. Like, that's what you're doing to women's.
Yeah. Right now. Yeah. No. We got to start something.
Yeah.
The revolution will be on Twitter, and it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me at Ulysses saying he's a bitch.
Yeah. The revolution will be tiered on our Patreon. Join the $5 a month.
Join the Patreon.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you join the Patreon, we at What's Up with the Minutes guarantee that you will see a televisation of the revolution in real time.
Oh, yeah.
We'll live stream it.
Yeah.
We'll live stream it. Put it out for the world. I'd like to just let the people at home know I think Ulysses cool, and I don't think he's a bitch or transphobic. Just gonna put it out there.
I sometimes forget. I mean, I don't sometimes forget that Ulysses not a bitch, but I mean, I sometimes forget that people that are tapping in aren't necessarily just our homies that are tapping in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody brand new steps in and be like, "Yo, I was listening to this podcast and this trans lady called Ulysses a bitch," and it was all like, "Yeah, we knew that. That was a fact." And then they said something about the Patreon revolution.
Next time I go to an Army Hammer show, I'm gonna get jumped. Aren't you friends with that co-girl? And then they're gonna beat my ass.
Yeah. Nah, but it's all right. Nah, then JPEG Mafia gonna come to bat for you and shit. It'll be all right.
me and Peggy be dap up in the most insane. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. That is the collab that I'm ready for, bro. That's when I go right wing. That's when I turn my grifter shit to the max. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
He started linking up with Kanye, and I was like, shit. You know what? That's the right idea. That's how we do it, man.
If you want that success, I mean, what you gonna do? Yeah. Like make good art? Fuck that.
Fuck that.
That shit ain't never worked. It ain't never worked just making good art. You got to sell out.
Single time.
Yeah.
Of course. That's the plan. That's the plan. Today, as always on the Minutes podcast, we have selected three topics. And those three topics are as follows. TREDOES, would you like to tell us what your first topic is on the Cliff Notes thing?
My topic is a Black History Month addendum where we discuss should white women be rapping.
What? That's what the topic
Oh, the topic changed. It went from white women rappers to should they?
Oh, I thought that was implied. That's only context I've mentioned white women in. But you know,
okay,
white women in the rap / hip hop space.
Word. Okay, now
what about them? Do we fuck with them? Do we not fuck with them?
When you were saying you wanted your topic to be ignorant, now I see. Now I see
listen,
why.
Okay.
Now
I can go either way.
My topic is basically, I've been a fan of this guy, Love Ulysses, for a while, and I want to talk about his music in the context of like self-love and self-care, and the approach to talking about like personhood throughout this project. Because I think it's good music. And Mega, what do you think?
My topic is just about like our experiences listening to kind of weird to the left counterculture music, experimental, avant-garde, abstract, whatever you want to call it, and how that functions when you got to be around people who are more basic or more interested in pop culture. It's very hard to get the ox when you're around a lot of people and try to put them onto a lucid when they're used to listening to J. Cole. And how it makes us feel weird. It's fucking hard being weird sometimes.
It is a little bit of a situation.
I'm very normal, so I can't relate.
Oh, so true actually.
Good to know.
TREDOES, would you like to shout out the lovely people at home who are giving us millions of dollars?
Listen, I want to take the incentive to do more call to actions. We need to get the fan base activated. So I want you guys, when it comes to the topics, let us know your thoughts. We want to know your thoughts on the topic. When it comes to the video, if you're watching the video, hit that like button, bro. If you're on mobile, hit that hype button. You can hype us up, bro.
What's that mean?
People see our shit. It's some weird new YouTube shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit it if you feel like it, if you appreciate us. And we also have a Patreon where we have lovely patrons who subscribe to us monthly. They funded this retwist that I finally got after over a year of moving like J. Cole. Those patrons who did their valiant Black History Month donation are Wet Sticker, Don, Paul Hurdle, Ratman Gavin, new album coming soon with Jesse the Tree.
That's gonna be fucking amazing. That album's gonna be
Alex
so
Pennington.
good.
I agree. Naga, Stilo, Zoom, Fick, Caden, Evan, Ronald Joy, Grand Mega, Bleach, and Dano from Free Music Empire. Also, one more note. I'm very sick, so you can't bully me this episode if I'm not on the ball. That is all.
You're right. No, I'm gonna be nice to you instead, Trey. I've decided.
Thank you.
Today is the.
I'm really down on my luck, you know.
Yeah.
It's tough out here.
They want the young phenom in the world of white women rappers, bro. How am I supposed to succeed?
They don't want to see a brother win. Are we going straight into the topic?
If you would like to. I mean, I was setting you up for your little transition thingy, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Who even cares?
Well, you see, when it comes to this topic, this is kind of a fucking weeball topic. And then I thought about it, and I was like, maybe I do have things to say. But first, let's start at the inception. Once upon a time, a guy named TREDOES tweeted on October 1st, 2025, There is no reason a white woman should ever rap. On that same day at 9:51 a.m., he said, "What are you rapping about? Hiding your purse from black men?" And that started a very long conversation, which raised a lot of questions. Like, why single out white women? What about white men? Are you saying you love white men? No, I wasn't saying that. You know, a lot of curious things. What about this white woman rapper? I will say nobody brought up a single good rapper. I'm just gonna be dead ass. Nobody from the hundreds of comments. Nobody said a good white woman rapper. Now, if I'm not being silly about it, if I'm being dead ass, do I really have an issue with white women rapping? I'm not one of those people like you only rap if you're black. I only want niggas to rap. I'm not like that. But if you are rapping while white, I do have a side eye for you. I do look at you a certain way. And when I was trying to think about what made me, I started doing some self-interrogation. What made me go with white women? Outside of me talking shit about white people in general.
Because Western white women are the most privileged victims in the planet.
Yeah. Bingo. But also popular rap music. Popular rap music exists in this interesting space where most of the genre is represented by black people. And even more and more of the genre is represented by black men. Now, do I think that is a necessarily good thing? I would love if rap was more diverse and it wasn't black, male-dominated genre. I think when I was thinking about it, what made it seem like why white men have an easier time getting into rap music or just finding success in rap music is due to the fact that what they lack for in blackness, which they'll probably try to imitate with some form of accent, they can still assimilate to the maleness of it, which is very, very, big strong men, or rapping, fuck bitches, get money, shit like that.
Right.
Black women, they do not have that. They do not necessarily come to rap with that same energy, but they are black, so they do assimilate it with it from that perspective. And I do support black women rapping. This is not me saying I support it all. I don't wish no foul shit. Okay?
Anybody on earth?
When it comes to white women, you're white and you're a woman. I don't mean that. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. That sounds good. No. I fuck with women. I fuck with this Women's History Month. I fuck with women heavy.
Shout out.
But when most rap is enjoyed by usually harmonizing with something that's already existing in many cases. And when it comes to the white and women overlap, it kind of feels like a double negative in a lot of ways. Especially, no.
Y'all hit him with that. That's the antithesis right there. We got the thesis, the antithesis. We about to get the synthesis.
And what I was getting at with the second portion of the tweet, like, what are you rapping about? Hiding your purse from black men? The rap is very much about niggas doing crimes, niggas doing illegal shit. And I feel like interacting with that genre as a white woman whose role in white supremacy has very often been as being positioned as a victim to black men and the energy they exude, the stereotypical energy. Okay, I'm gonna start talking about the mainstream, nigga. Anyway, it is an interesting thing to observe.
Yeah,
and I find that interesting.
Yeah, no,
rap is for everyone, but I'm just saying this is very interesting.
Yeah, as much as I was laughing at what you were saying, just because of the phrasing of it, the actual like the actual thing you were saying is something that I do find very interesting. In like the sense of like who is rap for, and what has rap been, and then when people are trying to rap, where do they fit into what rap has been and what rap is, quote unquote. You know, so like so much of rap is like you know, is black and has the masculine bravado kind of like pumped into it as the thing that it is. So to have white women in it seems like kind of a huge juxtaposition to what rap is / should be / da 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 da. And then I think that also really plays into something like, I assume, like, obviously your tweet was in jest, but I'm assuming it was in response to just seeing, not in fully jest, there's a little half joke on that in jest, little half joke in there, but I'm assuming it was kind of in response to you seeing shit of like white women rappers being praised in a way that you consider to be disproportionate to their skill level. And I think that is like a big part of the conversation to do with white women rappers and the like, being like, I think the reason why you see white women rappers be propped up in the way they are, such as a wine?
Yeah, she
Win.
said the name.
Win.
She said the name.
Win.
So the reason you
I found that out today.
Win.
Yeah, I heard it because
You know
I've
who
seen
Win
people.
is?
Because of fucking Dano on the Discord.
He's always talking about her, bro.
Yeah. No, I checked it out today because I was like, is it Win? Is it Wine? Is it Winnie? Is it, but yeah.
Yeah, but like, I think like them, for example, the reason that they can kind of, the algorithm favors them and that people end up like so aware of them and their existence is everywhere is exactly because of that juxtaposition. Because these people are so far away from what people consider rappers to be, they are propped up disproportionately quickly in comparison to a lot of people who are at a very similar skill level, And it's like, I don't think every rapper who is famous is like the best rapper ever, or even a good rapper. I think there's a lot of very shit rap out there. But it is also interesting to see who gets propped up in these systems and who doesn't get propped up. And you can very frequently see that, like, for instance, I would say white women kind of benefit from their juxtaposition to rap, where black women, they have just enough of it to not get the benefits of the fact that, oh, it's a lady rapping, ladies don't rap. You know what I mean? There might be some communities where they're like, oh, I'm looking for women rappers, when like women rappers will black women rappers will stick together in a really beautiful way that I witnessed and have seen. But
also black
like
women rappers get pigeonholed a lot.
Exactly. And I would assume white women rappers probably get pigeonholed in a similar sense, but I also feel like the success ceiling is higher. More. Go on.
I think kind of, what we're talking about is a bit nebulous. Like, we're kind of just gesturing towards like social things that we could probably diagnose with anecdotes or, a situation on the way it happened. But largely when it comes to white women rappers, the demand for outrage is greater than the supply. Like, we don't have many white women rappers.
There isn't.
And like, y'all know how I am. Like, I hate rap. I hate rappers. I think everybody can rap. Everybody can do a fucking rap, and it doesn't take a lot to be able to do a competent rap. Like, I listened to Win today. I was like, wow, she's rapping. She's doing a classic bar style rap with poetic devices over, beats of whatever. And obviously, when you input a part of your genuine self in there, she might have some things to say. She's like, I want people to listen, not look at their phones. Like, sure, that's rap. That's good. That's whatever. Most people, I feel like there's an element of rap that people like because they feel like outsiders. They feel a little bit different. They feel like this is a way to express themselves being oppressed. And a lot of rap is about that type of shit too. But I love throwing a self-important, like, neoliberal white woman under the bus. And I was trying to think of, like, who the fuck are these white women? Like, in my experience, I have known just a handful of white rappers in the underground communities that I've been a part of, and they were dope. Like Geneva B, Penny, like, there's a few that are dope, and there's few that I thought were white but were like mixed or whatever. But it kind of doesn't matter. It's like, it kind of depends on what part of the space you're at. Like, if you're in the underground part, you're probably doing something a little bit different. It's hard to compare Jesse the Tree to Bubba Sparks. There's a really different dichotomy that occurs with that. But also, in my experience, the white women who have been championed have been deeply problematic. And like, the history of that shit is just fucking strange. Like, I was thinking about, like, the two white women that come to mind for me are Iggy Azalea and Kreayshawn. Now, Kreayshawn only had like one hit. She's from the Bay. It's very multicultural. But to me, that was a lot of black fishing. That was like her doing her black inner city shit. And maybe she grew up around that or whatever, just like Aquafina, does her black scent or whatever. I don't know. But with Iggy Azalea, Iggy Azalea is a fucking gross, disgusting kind of actual case of why this shit should not just be allowed off rip. She's an Australian person, mate. Rapping with a fucking
she's
Georgia. She's fucking Australian, mate.
No.
Wait,
bro,
you gotta get Trace some time to process that, man. You can't just
right.
I'm fucking serious.
Why was she rapping like that?
Exactly. It's like, this is a lie. This is like, you have to confront that somehow. It's like, you are like, what? None of her friends were like, yo, why are you talking like that? Like, nobody decided. Like, she was pushed by T.I., one of our champions, expeditiously a champion in the community for black people and black excellence. And congratulations on battle rapping fucking 50 Cent and all that.
He said
that's the culture.
Wakanda, bro.
Yeah, that's the culture, right? But he really literally
quote.
I was in Wakanda this weekend,
bro. It's like with the kind of like the it's a huge transgression, and it should never have been allowed. With the history of blackface and the commodification of black art, why is there any elbow room for an Australian woman to be putting on this blackness in order to sell music because it sounds good? Like, it has all the demarcations of the things that we like. Like, to me, it's worse than AI, because at least with AI, it's like, it's not a white woman lying to me. You know what I mean? It's a fucking computer. It's like, this is a very, very gross fucking thing. And Kreayshawn does that. And we have so many like examples of artists, and this kind of highlights a deeper ill within the community on how we are so down to just allow anything to fucking happen as long as it's fun, sounds good, and we don't have to think critically about it. But I mean, like, all the white women who are popular within the black space of hip hop, which people love to say is hip hop culture, like somehow Amber Rose is hip hop culture, somehow like Bad Barbie or Bad Baby is hip hop culture. Just, I don't know, she got a big OnlyFans page and she put her baby hairs down and shit. Like, all that shit is fucking gross. And to me,
that academics Instagram thing that's like, fellas. Yeah, I don't have to go.
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know, but. Like, how did these people get us in a stranglehold? It's kind of gross and disgusting, and it kind of shows how like our values our fucking values are just gross.
So you brought up an interesting point about how like Iggy Azalea was basically just fucking doing fucking blackface. But that's why I find Wynn interesting, and why, while as much as I don't like her, I necessarily don't have the most smoke for her. But it puts her in a very weird spot, because she did this one thing. She was like rapping over, she was doing a remix of Kendrick's Peekaboo thing. Mm-hmm. And Kendrick is, it's like the chorus, he's like, what are you talking about? Talking about nothing. And then it's like, talking about nothing. And Kendrick has this natural slang, natural accent to it. He sounds like what a nigga would be like saying it. Wynn is cognizant enough to know she should not try to mimic that accent, try to mimic and sound like, deliver it like a black person speaking in slang. She's cognizant of this throughout a lot of her raps. But in turn, the music is so much worse for it. And I'm not saying she should, but it does paint an interesting picture where you're like, you're doing the right thing, but like, this shit is kind of whack.
Yeah, well, she's going, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, nothing? She has to say,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking
the whole thing in full.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It is a really awkward joint. I do find that song really funny. Like, it's just, what basketball player is on that as well? Like, one of the, who is it? Kawhi guy?
I have no idea.
I don't know, just like a random basketball.
Oh yeah, there's a rapper who was on that one with her. But yeah, I think it goes back to what I actually think I said this in like our first recording, where it's about white people in general rapping. Mm-hmm. And I think the best white rappers I appreciate more is when they're not trying to mimic anything that is like the black aspect of hip hop is innate to it, and the best white rappers to me are people who do not try to mimic that, try to mimic the like cultural norms or all the nuances. They're just like, I am white and I am rapping, and I think that kind of that I feel like that can stump. I feel like it does stump a lot of white people who have the urge to rap. They might not even be super malicious with it, but they just like the genre and they want to participate, and they don't know the way to quite go about that without being wild out of pocket.
Yeah,
it's perfectly fine to me that they do that.
Yeah, and I do think it's a very difficult line to toe. Like, I don't think it's I'm not surprised to see people struggling with it. You know, when you when you think about like the idea of you as a rapper trying to do your thing, and you have all of these people who are going to make like moral indictments on you as based on what you do, as a white woman rapping. It's not like, I feel like the landmines you got to move around to make music that is good, while also not being corny as fuck. I feel like that's a difficult area to traverse, as we have heard with when you talk about nothing. You don't think it's a difficult area to traverse? You think think you'd handle it with
well, I mean,
if I was white, I could do that shit easy, bro.
No. Well, like, listen to what Trey was saying earlier, how he said that she had the wherewithal not to do that. All that means is that she's just like a smarter liberal. Like, it's not hard to not make transgressions if you really care about that culture. It's definitely not hard to not slip saying nigga or putting on a do-rag for, putting on a do-rag during your video or some shit.
You see, that's one of the more, but like that, when it comes to like having a black accent, that's more known that like you're not supposed to do that now. I think there's really like small ways where it gets weird, where like, I mean, we've seen a couple times in like underground.
I have a black scent, like,
obviously.
No, but I mean, like, I have multiple because I've been in multiple places. Like, sometimes you just pick up how to speak. You know what I mean? So,
but yeah, like I'm saying, in like underground rap spaces where there's a lot of younger white people who are in spaces adjacent to, I avoid them like the plague because the fuck you got business talking to a white kid. But they have a lot of love and appreciation for black music in terms of hip hop, and that aspiration can sometimes come out in problematic ways where they're just like, nigga this, nigga. They're not literally saying nigga, but they got all the nigga aesthetics on their music.
Yeah.
And then they don't really know the nuances of it. They don't know anything. They just know if you're in this hip hop space, you're supposed to present like this. You're supposed to talk like this. You're supposed to use slang like this.
Hip hop is a certain hat.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that TREDOES is going to create. No, not TREDOES. Sorry, Mega is going to create a 101 course so that people can finally figure out how to properly move around as white folk in the industry, inside of the underground hip hop space. You know, people need to learn. Really.
You can make hella money doing that.
Listen,
I was there.
You want me to write the anti? You want me to do the Ibrahim Kendi, ex-Kendi, fucking Beverly D'Angelo anti-racism HR course? I got that. This is also, in particular, this is also a very specific thing about that type of person, and why I don't necessarily feel that I need to give Marlon Craft any props for not being a problematic white rapper who is just making throwbacks to all of the conventional elements of hip hop music with creativity, but without breaking any way out of the genre or advancing it or contributing anything to it in any meaningful way. There's a certain type of multiculturalist white person that almost by like not mentioning or renouncing their own identity position while celebrating others gets to enjoy all of the other things in specific ways, as if they're somehow like a tourist from some transcendent plane of non-identity, and all the while they can reify and naturalize the identity system from a specific disavowed position that lets them keep fucking like participating in it as a non-problematic fucking entity within that sphere. And it's just like, no, like, again, everybody can fucking rap. I like Marlon Craft is not getting my FD signifier stamp of fucking approval just because he raps like the music that I liked in 1996. Like, and Win for me is also very much a huge, tremendous nothing burger in that regard. When I listen to that person rap and do what she does, I'm like, okay, this is a rap. But I've seen literally white dudes in fucking polo shirts on the beach freestyling about everybody that they see walking down the street. Everybody can rap. Iggy Azalea can fucking rap, but there's a problem here sometimes when hip hop becomes a tool for self-expression that is devoid from the damned and detested Moors of the West somehow. It's like, I'm not saying you have to go to bat for blackness, but if you're seriously just trying to recreate the things that you love, that's a failure to hip hop, because hip hop should always kind of go beyond that and should introduce different things. And that's why my favorite white rappers are not doing that type of shit. My favorite white rappers are pushing the genre in different directions. They are sampling, using weird things, making aesthetically different values that don't sound cool to black folks a lot of times. But that's what it means to be a fucking weird white rapper. I grew up on fucking, like, I was a part of the Anticon community, and Anticon was white as fuck in the sense that they were not trying to be black at all, but still trying to adhere to all of the ethics and ideas that they learned about hip hop for advancing it, fighting for the rights of bullshit, politics, being on the side of black, all that shit. And I just don't see that with the Marlon Craft and with these other guys. It's boring, nothing burger, fucking just slop to me. I enjoy it if you want.
This isn't Anticon related, but Mega, where were you when Cage said nigga?
I was probably with a bunch of niggas. I don't remember that one. When did he? I mean, like, I don't know that one. I don't know that one. I don't know that.
I think it was at a show or something. I don't even remember it this way.
I imagine that most of these white folks have said it. Like,
I operate with the perspective that every white person I've ever interacted with
of them
has said nigga at some point.
Yeah, even just to a song. Yeah, it's impossible. You listen to something catchy, like, I don't care what it is. It is one of the greatest. That's why they have to pry nigga from my cold dead hands. Like, bro, I don't care how woke I have to be for the shit.
Bro,
that's like one of the few privileges I have being black.
You're like, bro, I'm keeping that one. Bitch ass nigga, bro. It just goes hard. Yeah, bitch ass nigga.
Keeping that one. I'll fight for it.
Bro, add a nigga at the end of every insult. It just goes hard, bro. Anyways, my last point, to get back to the white womenness of it. I mean, there could be a greater point made on liberal feminism if you wanted to get into that. But I'm not doing that. I'm just saying my last point. My last point is when also exists in an interesting place because, like Megan said earlier with Marlon Craft, a lot of it does harken back to, like, the traditional hip hop or rap aesthetic that people that certain crowd identify with, regardless of the quality of it. If you're just doing the thing, if you sound close enough to it, people will praise it. And it does have an interesting interaction, in which I found why a lot of black women or women of color in general just like haven't fucked with Win or just have a natural aversion to her, is because whenever Win like has her viral pop-off moment with like, ooh, this freestyle or whatever, corny ass niggas love to see that and be like, oh, this is a white woman, she's rapping with quote unquote substance. Yeah. And they contrast that they contrast that with someone like Megan, and they're like, oh, look at these women, these females. They rap about ass and clapping ass and partying and having sexual intercourse. And party. Bad on you. And that creates like a toxic air around her, which she's actively in her own music, like, not condone like that type of shit where you're like, ooh, women can't rap about this. She's actively been against that, but it just still makes like a nasty air around her where it's like, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah, that is interesting. Like, kind of how like a circle kind of forms around her music to be like, this is what rap should be, in a really interesting,
that happens to a lot of people.
Weird way. Yeah, and it's like, it's kind of like, how do you even navigate that as an artist? If people are showing up to your joint and being like, yeah, you're doing it right and everyone else is doing it wrong. There's not enough. No, those people are also doing it right. That you can say that's going to discount the fact that those people are going to say this shit about you. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't really like Eminem that much, but I know that Eminem had that a lot of time when niggas was like, oh, he's finding this is rap about some actual real shit, and Eminem's kind of like, wait. That's not like there's mad rappers that I respect and love, and that's the reason why I'm doing this shit, you know? So it's like it's a really interesting spot to be in when it's like people around you are lauding you for you being an other where you don't consider yourself to be that, you know what I'm saying? It's a very consistent thing for, I think, white rappers generally.
You know, that's one of those like paraboloids. It's like wherever you stand, it's both up and down at the same time. It's you know, it's a weird surf. No, it's just like
I love when
it's like it's a hyperbolic paraboloid, like a Pringle. Like it looks like a Pringle. It's like where you're at, you're both going up and down at the same time where you're at on the Pringle because the way it is, right? So like, so the thing is with that is that like that is also a function of just how the art of black art is often consumed. It's like a lot of times people use black art to denote like something of lower quality. It's like they're stupid, they're dumb, and black folks do that. You know, Mega Ran who makes nerdcore shit, nerd like, and that's like an ideological facet of some other shit, like some reactionary politics. Some it has religious connotations, has a bunch of things going on with that. But like Mega Ran used to get hit by people all the time and be like, "Yo, I don't like rap, but I like you," and it's just like. Oh, and so many rappers who are in the underground scene are confronted by that too. And it's always going to have a little bit of stench on it because it is ideologically tied to a few things that have been nasty throughout the history and generation, like the generation, like the creation of black art, especially, you know, in late stage capitalism. It's like you tell, I get embarrassed all the time. It's like people are like, what do you do? It's like a hip hop thing. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to associate myself with hip hop. Hip hop is fucking terrible. Like hip hop is bad. Like the way, like I know hip hop's great and wonderful, but the way other people think about hip hop, whether they're black, white, fucking whatever country or, you know, wherever they're from, you give them that and they don't understand like kind of the depth and the qualities that I'm talking about. They go, oh, you like the Beastie Boys? Oh man, like I love Eminem too. Like you know, like I saw 8 Mile in the theater. Like like, you know, Kanye West is going crazy, but you know, he had a good album. Those are the type of conversations you typically have with these people. And it's just like, you know, I also think like I'm glad that there's not like a lot of white women dominating the hip hop space. I'm glad that we don't have like one fucking Optimus Prime or Megatron in this culture right now who is, you know, fucking super popular. It's wonderful for me that I don't have to see win videos in my Discord. It's good. I watched 2 of her songs. I watched a freestyle today, like a freestyle video. I saw a short, and then I listened to one of her songs, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. This is a rapper. She's doing a rap. She's doing a rap.
She's doing a rap thing where people rap.
Yeah, she's cute enough, you know, like she's like conventionally attractive, and she's saying stuff that's good by, you know, basic rap standards. But you know, having basic rap standards isn't why I listen to hip hop. If I did, maybe I'd listen to fucking J. Cole.
I like that recently we've been throwing as many shots at J. Cole as we can throughout the week. I like the new thing we're doing. Like
stack it on that triangle as much as you can,
as frequently as we can. We're being like, yeah, J. Cole, he's just kind of acting stupid and dumb.
It's just part of the news cycle. I'm just waiting for somebody else to come along to shit on soon.
Yeah, when Drake finally drops Iceman, he's next on the list.
Iceman, I didn't know that was a thing.
Is that what it's called? Is that what the album's called?
It's called Iceman. And,
he's been hyping up for like over a year.
From all the leaks I've heard, is him rapping about how like people need to leave ice alone. That's like, bro, ICE is doing their job. That is a joke. That is a joke. Drake, do not. That nigga will sue me next. But Megan brought up a good point earlier.
Imagine him fucking crooning about how good ICE is. He goes like Marvin's Room, but instead of fuck that nigga, it's like fuck them immigrants.
What if he like blows up your car like fucking like Puff Daddy? He just blows up your car.
Trey, you gotta be careful, bro.
Me and Greg Bovino in the cut.
That's crazy.
Nah. What I was saying, Megan brought up a good point where it's like it's so awkward to like tell people like about rap when you're in a certain space. It's like, bro, I like rap music. They're like, oh shit, you must fuck with J. Cole, you must fuck with Drake. And I'm like, no, bro, I'm listening to Love Ulysses right now.
I like what you did there. I like that. I like that.
I tried to say that.
No. It was cute.
Good enough. Good enough.
Understated. You know what I mean? You just.
I would say the album name, but I always get fucked up with the numbers.
There's so many numbers, dude. There's so many numbers.
Now that album title's problematic. It's like. Yeah, yes. What album you listen to? Yeah, 1,620,000.
Yeah, there's a few numbers. You know, it's some numbers. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I will read the popular name.
What? No, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, you got it. Women's History Month.
Yeah. So this week I wanted to come in and talk about one of my favorite albums of all time ever that I really like a lot. 61,265,147 by Love Ulysses. Good music. It's good music. It's good music. I specifically wanted to come at it from the angle of like how Love Ulysses kind of explores like himself on a lot, because there's a lot of like really personal lyrics on here, but I feel like a lot of the approach to those personal lyrics and approach to like analyzing himself is like extremely patient in a way that I find mad beautiful. You know, there's a real sincere trust of self to treat himself nicely across a lot of this, you know what I mean? And to not only treat himself nicely, but to, if he's not treating himself nicely, eventually do so, you know what I'm saying? The kind of point when I was like, this is what I want to talk about, that I came to, is I was listening to the album and Two Best Buds came on. That song's good. That song's great. It's amazing. He's doing his little thing where he's rapping and shit. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best song ever. I love this guy. But specifically what I like from it, you get the chorus where he's kind of saying, oh, I'm like, you know, as two best buds, I'm gonna I got you, dog. I got this. If you have this problem, I got you as well. But in the song, it's just him talking. He's doing little voices. It's like, to me, the way the song kind of portrays itself is less than even a thing of, oh, I'm gonna help out my friends. It's like a self-affirmation to being best buds with himself, you know what I mean? To helping out himself where he can and shit, and to really look after himself in a really beautiful way. And there's a lot of the whole album is kind of circling around those points. Why does this nigga keep putting up his hand? Interrupt me.
I'm trying to be respectful and streamlined. I took Two Best Buds as being about his relationship with the microphone, a la his relationship with rap music that he interrogates on this.
Oh shit, that makes sense. There's that one part where he says like, that's a lot to mourn until this school of thought was born, and then he starts talking about like his teeth aren't new to this R-type rap. So it's like the thing that he is buds with is the rap itself. Word, okay, shit.
But Cole, out of curiosity, I was just wondering, how did you discover Love Ulysses?
This nigga is so funny. Okay, so there was this one time I was in a Discord call with some guy. I don't know his name. I would definitely, I had a podcast with that guy. There's no single time that I've talked to him after that or before that.
What you want, nigga? I was
in a call, and this guy TREDOES put on the song MC Supernat's Identity Crisis. That's called Identity Crisis Hotline.
Banger.
He played that, and I was like, oh shit, this guy can rap for real, and he's rapping in like a really super like personable way. You know, it's like it's a very specific to him as a like, you don't. It's a very unique style of rapping, a very like playful style of rapping in a lot of the joints on here. And yeah, TREDOES put me on. TREDOES told me that this guy's a good rapper, and he is a good rapper, and I like him a lot. It's my favorite. I think this is genuinely like one of my favorite rap albums ever. I don't know, Mega, this was the first time you've heard it, right?
Yeah, it was. I just I've been familiar with the name. I know you've mentioned it before. I've heard it before, and I just wasn't really familiar with them, or he, or I don't know. I wasn't really familiar with him.
No funny pronoun business here.
trying my best. Well, like one thing I've tried to do is just call everybody they as many times as I can remember, and just hope that I just don't mess it up with that. But yeah, no, I like I like what I heard. It was my first time getting into him, and the album's wonderful. When you first presented the topic, Cole, I thought that, oh, okay, let me just sit back and try to pick apart exactly what you're noticing in terms of like self-love on the album. And I gotta admit, I didn't necessarily walk away with the same kind of emphasis about that being driven home, but I did really enjoy all of the sonic elements of it. I did really enjoy the album. The thing that kind of sucked for me is that Bandcamp kicked me out. I had too many free samples. Like, you can't listen to this shit no more. You got to put some snaps on the petrol. And I was like, yo, I ain't got no snaps for it right now. So I listened to it like last week a few times, and then today I was playing it back, and it kind of, was like, it's time for you to pay. And I was like, okay, damn.
You ain't got the bar whispering. That you ain't giving enough time.
No, I tried to, the first listen was just a really casual listen, and I thought, like, my first impression of it, I was like, oh, okay, this reminds me a lot about a kind of a few artists. It reminds me a lot about like Open Mike Evil, Open Mike Evil, Open Mike Eagle in a way. It reminds me of Quelle in a way. The different approaches, like the production approaches, are great. The stylistically, I like what he's doing. I don't know. Like, I think it's fun and enjoyable. Sonically, there's a lot of jubilation here, and to me, it's very, again, like Mike Eagle, very postmodern, individually reflective. It has that kind of black human nature about it that's cool, vibrant, and creative. I think he's really funny, and this is an album I definitely would go back to listen to. In terms of like self love or whatever you're going for, like, yeah, build on that. Do the Professor Sky shit.
Yeah, I can over explain that later. Go on, Trey.
So I have all jokes aside, I appreciate Love Ulysses music very, very much. I discovered him in I think in 2022. Back when I was doing that fucking listen to a new album every day thing. I know him before this album dropped. This is his first and only album for the time being. Before that, he was doing it was a 2-pack series. So basically, we just dropped 2 songs, and he did about like 10 EPs of 2 songs. And I've just always loved his style and appreciated it. This album has stuck with me, and this album is very nostalgic to me, which is 2022 wasn't that long ago, but this
You're like 3
album,
years older, so it's chill.
this album to me, like, I've always digested it more as like a coming of age story. Like, the way he starts the project is like, I think it's a Thursday, I might just turn 24. Don't let me do it. And then he's rapping about like the stresses of getting older, a lot of first time experiences, like moving out on his own for the first time and shit like that. And when this album dropped, I was getting my first ever job, and I was stressed the fuck out of it. And so I was just bumping this hella during the time. So this is what I associate this project with. I always appreciated his perspective as a rapper because it's very rare to to be a black person or a black man specifically in rap and not have to, like, even with rappers that, like, underground rappers that we like Woods, there's still like some level of bravado that has to come out forefront. And I feel like when you assume the role of a rapper, you like assume a lot of the bravado, the masculine energy and shit of that. And I feel like he subverts all of that. He doesn't seek to like hype himself up overly or anything like that. I think it's very like authentic, and it really speaks to like being like a young adult black person navigating like just the weird shit of the world. Like the song like Twitch Channel.
Yeah,
that song is like,
that song is so great.
It's so amazing how he discusses I read that song more as like the nature of like how the internet's kind of like you gotta show everything, bro. You gotta show everything. Yeah. You're on camera at all times. Yeah. And that's what the streaming genre has become a lot. And I like him like kind of like describing how he's like navigating shit and like how the internet would like is pushing a bunch of shit. Like he talked about, like fucking the Manosphere podcast, pushing shit to him, and like just being like a really sleazy person in your day to day. And he's just like, I don't really,
And how
I don't
how,
like
that
fit in
stuff
with any of this.
encourages you to be an antisocial leader.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
platforms completely benefit from you being the fucking worst person. You know, like that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's like that's kind of the whole song is him being like, I will refuse to be the people that these algorithms would benefit from me being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also.
Go on. No. What are you gonna say? I'm curious.
I don't have any notes on it, but I also the way that the song is framed, like within the idea of a person maintaining their Twitter or their Twitch channel, is like personal self maintenance, you know, and it's kind of really brilliant to frame it in that way, especially when he emphasizes like I don't even have the channel, like, but at the same time, all of us are kind of trying to exist within this kind of vacuum of communication online and things. And that's like. You know, I've said this a couple times, and even Open Mike Eagle, questioned when he was discussing our video, when I said that he's one of the most postmodern rappers. When I'm getting into that, I'm really getting a little bit theory heavy and also very specific with my description of postmodernism. But like to me, also Love Ulysses really exists within the same type of space, almost like a comedian, and much like comedy, rap is practiced out loud in the open with nothing to hide, and it's those idiosyncratic kind of odd perspectives that allow you to set yourself apart from other people while driving home having similar experiences that are not necessarily mundane. They notice the scratch on the new car, they notice the you know the oddness of the dinner party, and I felt like the kind of joy and the comedy and kind of also the depth of sharing that Love Ulysses is doing on this album was very much towards a lot of the same like check marks that I give to Open Mike Eagle for being very good at being like an outstanding different type of MC that is also very specifically of this time in a way. It's really good. It's really like the production. One more point. The production on the album, it's all done by him, right? Like the majority of it.
I think Odd Man.
Oh yeah.
The Kill Von God isn't produced
one
by
song.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm pretty sure it's mostly him.
Absolutely brilliant.
The way
that the genres are smashing together and everything.
Dirt Baby.
Yeah, the way that the genre, like he's like taking these genres and pushing things, is really incredible.
The beats are outstanding.
Really incredible.
There's so many like incredibly like weird pockets in them as well. Like his approach to sequencing drums and the rhythms that he is pushing through are outrageous. It's just they're crazy. Fucking what the Montreux, is that how it said? Montreux. I don't know how to say that. Montreux Jazz Fest.
I'll say yeah.
Shipper. Like that the way that beat just exists is such a like, it's such like a weird like push and pull to the rhythm of it, and it's kind of like super off kilter and like unsteady the entire time. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah, he's good at what he does. Yeah. To the kind of point you made earlier, Mega, on how the self-love thing that I was bringing up, you didn't feel as like a heavy, consistent like I'm talking about this the whole time thing. That's kind of what I think is so nice about it, you know. Like that's kind of the thing I'm talking about is like the self-care is within the moments of allowing the human to stand there. The self-care is within those moments of like just kind of really succinctly putting a problem that you have on a tape. You know what I mean? Just putting it out there and saying this is an issue I have. I'm still working on it. Da 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 da. And the way that is approached time and time again on this record is something that I really admire, you know. And like on even the songs where like Odd Man Adkins is like by and away, like I'd say very significantly like a song about a lot of grief. You know, it's very specifically about grief in a lot of ways in both verses. Like, you know,
what does it say? Art keeps me alive. Can you believe it?
Can you believe it? That's so beautiful, dude. Yeah. But you know what I mean? And it's like, art keeps me alive. Can you believe it? And then in the exact same thing, he's talking about someone who, I'm not familiar with this person, but like someone who had passed, who was extremely like important to him as a artist doing his thing, and just feeling like I have like instilling self-belief in him, you know? Like that is such a beautiful like distillation of self to put his feelings on this record in the way that he's doing it. And I think just that there's so much care and attention and patience to put it on this record in the way he is doing it, and it's just the entire record's doing it when he's like, you don't have to be anything that you think you are. You don't have to be normal if it makes the most sense. If you feel old as fuck, then just let that shit out.
Yeah. Why you look so defeated with your bitch ass? No, actually, the songs that you pointed out, the Montreux Jazz Fest, Odd Main Adkins, Two Best Buds, and also Dancing Sticks are kind of the songs that I listened to, and I was like, okay, I kind of see perhaps an angle that maybe is connecting with Ko on this, because I'm catching it from those jams, but not necessarily like a pronounced through line. I didn't know if you were hitting me with a pronounced through line like you did with the Nakama shit. Like the Nakama, I was like, oh, y'all figured out the math? Like, well, I didn't even know that. I didn't even notice the algorithm, but yeah, I also saw that Trey on Bandcamp is one of the people who was like following this album or commented on it. And his Trey says that your favorite song is Dancing Sticks, and I think that that's probably my favorite song too. That song is incredible, and I was so upset when it was like, you've listened to this shit enough. Don't you know you can only taste 4 flavors at the 31 flavors of Baskin Robbins? You cannot have any more ice cream. And I wanted to put $10 on it, but y'all know how broke I am right now with the shit. So yeah. But yeah, I do want to get this album. I want to get a hold of it because it is it's an album that I would love to discuss in detail on, as a review, like a review of it. I try not to do that here with us because I have a review channel and I don't want to kind of double dip. So whenever we talk about an album here, I kind of step back and I don't really try to like tap into the same approach that I do with
and it's like I didn't bring it here with the intent of reviewing the album. I have I have an angle I want to take at it, and I think there is a lot of room to move within discussing an album that has nothing to do with the overall big picture of it in the sense like a review is. And just generally like Love Ulysses' approach is something I think is really amazing. Just want to quickly shout out what he's doing right now with the poetry videos he's making. Over on his YouTube and Instagram and stuff. He's making like short films matched with poetry. Yes. It's brilliant. The visuals are astounding. He has an incredible sense for like poetic timing. And like it's interesting because I don't think that
he is a stupid good writer.
Exactly.
This album's he's kind of like sneaky with on this project, but if you hear the other shit, stupid good writer.
I'm gonna send you something after this, Mega, as well. He has a performance he did on this channel called Ear Coffee, and the second song on that is an unreleased song, and the second verse of that song, every time I hear it, I lose my fucking mind. It's the best thing ever. It's literally the best. I'm telling you, Love Ulysses is one of my favorite rappers.
I'd be rocking with the poetry and such. I immediately I noticed the quality of the work. This is definitely an artist that I would tap into. Is this a friend of y'all's? Like y'all know them?
I've spoken to him several times throughout the years, but I wouldn't say. But we're cordial. We're cordial.
Yeah, I would say.
But I consider myself more of a fan.
Yeah, when I hit up Love Ulysses to be like, yo, please listen to my EP, because my EP I genuinely don't think would have happened without the inspiration I got from this record to just do whatever the fuck I wanted. Like I think that me listening to this album came at a perfect time for me to figure out what the fuck I wanted to do as an artist. Like it really inspired the direction I went in, and not in the sense that I was like biting, but I was just like, everything that this is doing is kind of it's so free. It's such a free record and in a way that I really admired. So when I dropped my thing, I hit up Love Ulysses being like, yo, check this out, this is a thing, I'm very happy that your music exists, it helps me out and shit. And then we just kind of like off and on, if he drops something, I'll share it, and then he'll be like, thanks, and then little conversations and shit. But yeah, it's just like, I just find a lot of the approaches on this really kind, I think it's a real beautiful distillation of like just a human being trying to be a human and shit.
It's interesting how you also had that experience where you like this had a big impact on me, because I don't remember what I said specifically, but I said something similar to him after this project dropped, and I think there's something about like the refusal to like concede to expectations that he tackles on this project that like it really speaks to me as like a younger black person, where he's not really with the social norms in a way, but like even in the music, it's like this is still black music. This might not sound how you
Oh yeah,
expect it. This might be weird in a different way, but I still make black music. This is still me.
For sure.
it's black as fuck. It's unmistakably black. Like you fucking cross the street or look behind you before you go to the ATM. Listen to shit.
This feels very much like self-discovery
No,
to
it's
me.
black as fuck. No, it's wonderful.
I love MC Supernet's Identity Crisis Hotline. I literally, ever since this project come out, I'm always like, was I a rapper when I woke up today? I don't know. That shit just stuck in my head. But I love the perspective he comes with on that, where, well, I did look into MC Supernatural before
no
this,
idea
because I was
who that
curious about the title.
What?
But yeah,
I'm not saying his
learned
music's
that
great, but he's a legend.
and he is one of the, like, he basically his whole thing is that he's like insane at freestyling. Like he really believes in like the art of freestyling off the top shit, and he is like one of the best off the top rhymers I've ever heard.
Undeniably one of the best freestylers of all time. Yeah,
he does a lot of like imitation shit off the cuff too, and Lou also does that on this, where he changes his voice and starts rapping like a different person. And I like to think of that as him like,
bitch, get the fuck out my face.
because on here, this feels like, it's like you said, it's an identity crisis hotline. So like he doesn't really know how to come at this rap thing. So like he's trying out these different styles. He's like, doing this aggressive style, switches it up, goes to his usual shit. And I just think that's like such a creative way to be like, yeah, how do I want to approach this rap thing? Do I feel like, because what we alluded to earlier, where like when you tell people that like you're into rap music or you're a rapper, there's this built-in notion. And this song feels like grappling with like the expectations, like what it means to be a rapper, and him finding out how to like tackle it in his own way.
Yeah. Now that's another brilliant joint on this too.
Yeah. I actually hadn't even considered the specifics of what the approach of that song being like. This is him playing loads of different characters. I just hadn't thought about that. But like,
I love when I don't play with niggas. I really bring the pain to niggas. Detach all your body parts and really rearrange you niggas.
What did he say? You leave your fucking vision star spangled, nigga. He's the best. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's nuts. Yeah, he's just so great. Like the kind of like idiosyncratic approach of like being a full person. You know, like he has so many different things to. He has so many different approaches on this record, and none of them don't feel like him. You know, there's not a point where it's like this song feels like he's taking from someone else, or this song feels like he's taking from someone else. It always feels like a cohesive whole in that kind of the sense. I know it's good music.
Yeah, I'm trying hard not to like do the whole review thing, but I just really
love this.
I gotta mention who I said real quick. I love that song because it's kind of like the emotional crux of the project, where like this is one of the more vulnerable aspects, where like he sounds more somber. He's not like over the top his usual self with it, and I don't know. I feel like he like the refrain where he's like, "Why would I want to be my thoughts?" I feel like it like speaks a lot to like how he presents in his art. He has this one line where he's like, "Gosh," he said, I'd rather smile than something with my emotions. I can't remember, but basically the whole point of it is that he'd rather his output be more positive than like concede to like the more negative aspects of his mind. But after that, he says like that's probably not realistic enough for y'all. Like like you. I feel like some people would look at this and be like, "Bro, you're too." I feel like more like less open-minded person will come to this and be like, "Bro, you sound too excited. Like there's no tension or contention in this." But like that song feels like he's like not really conceding that. He's like, "Why would I want to be my thoughts? Why would I want to be the worst version of myself?"
Yeah, and even then, like that self-love thing comes back in there. You know, that self-care is a full understanding of what is of who you need to what type of person he would like to present to be the thing that would help him out the most. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of sad rap I hear kind of feels like a dead end. in terms of the approach of it. Like it's sad and then it stays being sad, and it's like I understand people are sad. I'm not saying that niggas should stop being happy.
Pick yourself up, nigga.
Nah, you gotta be like you gotta be like Vince Staples on I Don't Go Outside. Why you always so sad, nigga? Niggas just want to hear you rap. Why you sad? Niggas want to hear you rap. No, I definitely agree. One of the things I noticed about the album that I really enjoy is that there's like a level of confidence there and being a weirdo that just the music kind of can take any direction. Sonically, that's using a lot of different other genres. There's a lot of tracks on here that don't sound like your conventional boom bap. They don't sound like somebody trying to ape a lo-fi like drumless beat, or trying to ape even a Fanon, or anybody in the space. There's some really incredibly produced joints on this, but there's also just points like at the end of that Jazz Fest stripper joint, like he's just doing like some type of weird fucking ridiculous scatting that is not scatting at all. It's fucking great. It's like, it's good to have fun. Like it feels very lived in. It feels like specifically, and it's another reason why I put it in that kind of category with Open Mike Eagles. Like very confidently, just this is me, nigga. Like this is it. Like I'm not trying to do what everybody else is trying to do. If you don't fuck with this, I don't care, because I got to do this. Like I really like this. This is like an old trope in radicalism, but it's still something that I can appreciate to a certain degree. It's like the act of just being yourself is sometimes just radical. It's like just because you black and outside being black, like I'm not necessarily going to give you a high five for doing that, but sometimes you in a space where you doing your black shit and you being black, like unapologetically black in yourself, it is important, it's beautiful, and I fucking appreciate it. And this is one of those type of albums where I'm just like, yeah, the homies might not love this, but I see a really beautiful value to it. I see really dope qualities to it, and I really see something forward and progressive, and somebody that by listening to this album lets me know that I probably wouldn't mind rocking with this nigga, like chilling with him, like just outside for a day. Like he's probably not going to piss me off like that.
I love that. That's your metric.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of rappers I wouldn't get. Like I don't, bro. Like Rock Marciano, you good at rapping? Do I want to kick it with him for a day? Probably not. Probably. I don't care how famous he is. Probably not. Not even for the experience to be like, yo, Rock Marciano, he didn't wash his hands after he took a piss, G. Like, like, yeah, like, shit like that. Like with Love Ulysses, I just felt like this is, I like this guy. He's not sad like that Billy Woods guy that I heard. No, like I like it, man. I'm a fan, and I appreciate both of y'all for putting me onto this. I appreciate y'all putting me onto this. A lot of times y'all put me on to stuff, but it's just like I'm bombarded with it, so it's like I don't always get to it. But this is like homework, It's like, we gotta talk about it.
That's why I made sure to make it extremely known how excited I was to talk about it. Is my internet gone? Hello?
No, I'm with you.
Check 1 2. Okay. Yeah.
Just because Trey disappeared doesn't mean your internet broke.
Trey disappeared and you stopped moving. You were just like,
oh. Okay.
So I was like, oh shit, something's wrong.
That's called pop locking. You need to get yourself familiar with the 4 elements.
Hey, don't try and act like I don't know how to pop lock, bro. I'm really about this shit.
He trying to school you. I'm
really about this shit. Don't test me.
You better do the knowledge.
What's right? I do one of these? Oh shit! You
just trying to put your titties out. Look at that. He trying to push that. She trying to push that OnlyFans. She trying to push that OnlyFans.
Hey, money's tight. People ain't subscribing to the Patreon. I feel like I should put an extra tier on there.
Me too.
Subscribe to the Patreon. Fun Cozy's top surgery.
Hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment. Yeah.
And then we'll add another tier.
Yeah. They're not ready.
I wonder if I was born like 15 years later, if I would do like a top surgery just to do it because I like titties a lot. I feel like you could do anything you want. I feel like you could do anything you want.
You can still do it, bro.
You can still do that. You don't have to be.
Nah. I feel like the conversation's already too far past with my dad. I feel like if I would have been like, yo, you know what I need for Christmas, Dad?
I need some titties, bro.
400 cc's of that saline. Only one titty. For the first, I just want to try it out.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess your dad wouldn't be super.
That reminds me of this Ramadan. What the fuck is the Ramadan? I gotta find this.
It's Ramadan right now.
No,
It's Ramadan right now.
No, he means.
Oh. Okay. I was like, bro, what are you talking about, man?
It reminds Trey being you talking about that. I'm Trey being like, it reminds me of Ramadan.
Yeah, 400 cc's of them titties.
That's so bad.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Oh, shout out.
We got a problematic podcast, and I don't stray away from it. I'm completely comfortable with being a fucking idiot.
I gotta start a GoFundMe to help the homie cut his tits off like Christina Applegate.
That's
I love that.
Rama is,
That's tough.
Is that off of Rama or is that off Black Box?
That's off Make Yourself Useful, from the Sasko album, Hottest Year on Record. I play that song with Shamar regularly. That's like one of my favorite songs.
I jump back to that Rapman Gavin joint quite frequently. I like how Rapman Gavin raps, and I'm extremely excited for this project. I'm so excited.
All of us have heard the upcoming, right?
Nope.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
You're not in the club. You're not in the club.
Oh my God,
enough, bro! I don't like Untitled like that, bro. I'm not doing it. It's not happening.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking suck it up. You know? How do you think I feel every time I get check out this post on X by TREDOES, and I just click it and I'm like, I gotta log in. Let's see what's going on here. No, but
Mega Parable of the Sour, crazy, insane, nigga.
I feel like Gav had leveled up like a couple levels on. Like he's always been dope, but I was listening to this like, what is going on? Like, ridiculous. I know it was like 2:00 at night, and it was like kind of there, but man, I was just listening to him. My mind was blown. I can't wait for it. You too, Trey. You need to. I need. Oh man, I'm so lucky to have talented friends.
Anywho.
Cole's over there. She's like, I hate y'all. What are y'all talking about? I can't even get into this shit. Fuck you.
I just don't know the thing. I mean, I really like the single. Like it's good music. So I'm very excited for more of that.
It's good, and it's frustrating to like love a rapper like as talented as Gavin, but like, how do you introduce that to other people? Where you're like, yeah, this guy named Rapman Gavin. Like, am I gonna show them the old Scattered EP? That's just too weird to show them. So like, how do you navigate this space where you like such weird music, but you're surrounded by a bunch of normie ass niggas?
Nobody wants to listen to an album. How would you
go about that?
Well, it's a problem for me because nobody wants to listen to an album that's a series of numbers. Like, yo, check out this Love Ulysses 61 million. No, this Dark Cow Rapman Gavin album 127. Yeah, 50, 62. No, I'm not telling you my ATM number, bro. Listen, like this is something that and it's probably a big part of counterculture, which a lot of aspects of counterculture to me have kind of shrunk in a lot of ways. Like being a black geek is shrunk in a lot of ways. It was different to be into anime in the 90s if you was black. It was different to read comic books in the 90s if you was black. It was different to not be only into sports and gangster rap music for a long time and shit, right? And so like as I've been, I'm a 42-year-old universal b-boy and shit my whole entire life essentially. I remember when I was in high school, just the same as y'all when y'all was in high school. Maybe y'all like something, you try to put somebody on it like, this is weird, I'm not fucking with it. I can specifically remember a time when I was trying to talk to the number one basketball player in the state when I was in Hawaii was my boy DC Daniels. Great dude, brother, you know what I mean? Cool cat, we was cool in school. We used to go try to like sleep with women. Like we was doing a lot of weird, crazy shit back in the day. Like he was real, we was having fun. But I remember I was like, yo, listen to this shit. Like, this is so dope. Like, it's called, hieroglyphics. It was just even hieroglyphics.
What?
And he was like, yo, that shit
was too weird?
Even hieroglyphics. And he's like, that shit make my dick hurt. And I was like, bro, what does that even mean? I don't know what it means.
I'm gonna start saying that.
You trying to tell me I should listen to the Wyclef album? I've been like that the whole time. I remember when Nelly was hot and when 50 dropped, I'm like, yo, listen to Fantastic Damage, Cannibal Locks, listen to Selling Live Water. Like my entire life has kind of been like this. And now I find myself in a place where it's like I go back to the United States. My niece's husband, he's a real nigga from, Houston, been shot 5 times. We're real niggas over there. My nephew's real niggas like that. The only difference is my nephew, I put him onto a lot of weird shit when he was young. So even though he listened to West Side Boogie and Nipsey, he'll still hear a Quelle Chris joint and be like, all right, that's all right. I fuck with that. That's a good jam, but he just don't go back to it like that. But for the most part, what I'm trying to get at here is hard being the weird cat that tries to put people onto art that is beyond their kind of frame of reference. You try to put somebody on, even the greatest artists that we have, or even the most accessible artists that we have that are weird, JPEG Mafia even, or Quelle Chris or Ulysses, you try to put somebody onto that whose frame of reference is even just in Kendrick, is a hard time.
Yeah.
Trey's an apparition. He's just an apparition.
I'm just a concept, bro. I'm a concept, bro.
I just keep on thinking about the idea of listening to the song and being like, this makes my dick.
No, he literally said to me, it was in front of this boy Aubrey that was best friends and shit, and he was like, this shit make my dick hurt. And I was like, I thought about it and I was just like, I don't know, man. Something seems wrong with this. I don't know what to tell you.
No, it's incredible. That's so good. Oh my lord. But this is actually interesting because I feel like this topic kept on simmering under the surface of everything we were talking about before, with the whole thing of when you say you like hip hop or you like da 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 da, there's an expectation that comes with that, it's not uncommon I think for hip hop fans to be in a space where they're at their job doing their job stuff, and their coworker is hitting them up being like, yo, did you hear this thing? And it's just the most normal rap ever. And then they're like, oh, well, if you don't like this, who's your top 5? And you're like, who's someone normal I can say to this guy? Who's a regular guy I can say it? So then you say Black Thought and they look at you like you're fucking crazy. And it's like, oh shit, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna completely reply to this person. You know what I mean?
And on the other end of it, it's you'll have somebody that's into hip hop, but it's still not the same type of shit. They'll be like, yo, have you heard of Coast Contra? Check out this freestyle by Coast Contra. And it's like, oh shit, oh damn, Toby Wigway, shit.
No, it's people. It's great talking to people. Make you realize how small the frame of reference is for most people. You're either doing some Cardi, Travis Scott shit, or you sound like J. Cole or Kendrick. It's no in between. I had a homie fucking listen to the Petty Change joint I did with Shamar, and they were like, yeah, this reminds me of J. Cole, and I'm like, nigga, what am I going am I gonna tell you that I got the inflection from a Lucid, or what's the point? At this point, you don't know it. You won't know anybody, nigga.
No, I've had that a lot. I'll be rapping. I've been doing live shows longer than I've been doing the actual releases. So I've been doing live shows since I was 17. And at the end of them, the amount of time someone come up to me and be like, man, no, you're really crazy, bro. You're kind of like J. Cole, I feel like I can see you being really successful like J. Cole. Bro.
I can't even get Kendrick. Damn.
It's not gangster enough.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is
there's
really
not
crazy.
there's good kid there, but there's not bad city. They feel
You
gotta have more bad city in part of it. You gotta look.
You're a good guy, bro. You're a good guy.
Yeah, you're a good guy. You could fold close.
You could pimp a caterpillar, but a butterfly. It's not happening. Not happening.
But to that point though, it is also part of it is also to the point where people want to, when you tell people you rap, they specifically look at it as how to be as monetarily efficient as possible. How can this person blow up and be successful and famous? When I've never approached music from that lens, but when they try to relate to you, they try to relate to you in a way where they can see success for you. So they're like, oh, if you are in a J. Cole lane, that's an existing thing. I can see that for you. They don't know, like, oh, you do some completely original shit.
Yeah.
Some shit like that's abrasive to my ears. You can't be successful off of that. The fuck?
No, just listen to me for a second though. Like, there's this guy who does these like shorts, just shorts on TikTok, and it's just like a verse, but like, you know, the mic is hanging from the ceiling. They're just like rapping really good. No, listen, look, like 1 billion. I've watched this like 100 times. It's like really good, and it's like, yeah, it's a fucking insane.
The amount of times that someone has told me a regular ass thing that niggas have been doing for like the 10 years to advertise.
Like it's the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, you gotta start making videos and shit. Oh, word. What's going on there?
This is why white people should not rap. Oh, hold on, I got you. I got you. Like,
what is that?
No, this shit is.
You don't see that old white lady that
hip-hop.
like raps over Jay-Z? Hell nah.
What?
That is a white rapper.
Where did you find this, Mega?
You're not tapped in the same circles as me.
I think that's a good thing.
I am beyond baffled.
That's why I was happy. I told you, it's like it's good that we don't have white women rappers. When people listen to rap, and I tell them like, oh, I'm in the underground, they're like, whoa, like this white girl that you hear? And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I do. In fact, here's a YouTube video of me on a pier rapping about people's outfits. Like, I hate rap and I hate rappers.
I hate those niggas, bro.
I hate rap and I hate rappers.
Anytime I see one of those videos, I'm pissed off. Every time that someone walks past, he goes, the guy with the red shirt, with the bat, shut up. Shut up. Yeah. You should die, actually. I don't like them niggas. I don't like them niggas, bro. I'm
serious. Like, the cats that I know that really fuck with the art, man, they're stylers, they're spellcasters, they're Negro griots. They're fucking cats who are part of this in a different way than just being able to land on beat to a fucking trap. I thought I said griot.
I thought it was griot. You got all the pronunciations.
All right,
my fault.
African booty scratcher.
Listen, I'm simply I'm a mere African American. I have no culture. I'm a mere African American.
One of the things is like, I'm also a person that just reads in a lot of the pronunciation. Like, I was so embarrassed that I didn't know how to pronounce Versailles. Reading Versailles.
The treaty shit. The Treaty of Versailles.
Oh, yeah, it was a song title on fucking on the Woods album, and I was like, Versailles is the guy who's got the despot on it, is it? You know, I had been, before I met Jet, I had been pronouncing it outlier as outlier.
And I was like, crazy.
You know why nobody ever told me that? Because I don't be rocking with niggas that know how to speak about that shit in the first place. I'm rocking with niggas that talk real dirty.
Like, I hang with stupid ass.
Yeah, I hang with the, you know, like, I can't help it in my family never reads.
That is funny where like you'll say a word, like you'll say I'll say some shit like dichotomy, and then like our family members will be like, whoa, what does that mean? I'm like, nigga, I said a normal word. What?
Yo, I almost fought one of Cavalier's best homies because he tried to check me on that shit. I promise, he's a homie of mine too, but I didn't know he was one of Cavalier's best homies. Like, Cavalier literally hit me and was like, yo, that's one of my best friends. I love that nigga. And I almost beat his ass because I said dichotomy, the same word. And he was like, damn, wait. Pause. I was like, I know y'all New York niggas be like that sometimes, but are you trying to play me as a sucker and shit? You need to calm down. And he didn't. And so I had to pull him to the side, be like, yo, let's throw hands then. And he was like, no, it's not that serious. He's like, it's not that serious. Bro. Yeah, and I was like, nah.
He was like, whoa.
I was like, you trying to play me? You trying to play me here with this one? So I don't care. It's like, if you scared to fight, we could do body shots only. Like, I was really ready to whoop this nigga's ass because they paused me for having a 4-syllable word, bro. It's hard to be the weird nigga. I swear to God, it's hard to be the weird nigga, man.
To get back to the main dichotomy. To get back to the main topic at hand, where I assume the question poses like, how do you navigate that? My
not
thing
really.
Now is,
I was just gonna.
I was just thinking this shit is tough.
My thing now is like, Like I used to like sugarcoat it for niggas, try to like relate to him. Like if you ask me what I listen to, I'm telling you. If you in the car with me, I'll play my shit, bro. That's just how it's gonna be. And you get acclimated to it.
My
But
car, yeah.
it gets there's this weird it's weird how like everything is like its own niche at this point with like the way algorithms and shit work. How shit is like put into such a small niche that like so much shit is deemed as weird to each other. Like
Right.
for example, like I like underground like weird hip hop and shit. My brother is like more contemporary hip hop, but he'll also listen to like some like rage rap shit and like he'll play it and I'm like, I'm open to this, but like this is some weird crazy shit. And I'm like, how it's weird the perspective where you can like look at me for playing Elusive and be like, I'm weird, and you're playing some like super blown out off kilter shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess since they're rapping more regular, I guess it's not weird anymore.
What you said is that there is actually really interesting, Trey, about like the whole algorithm things. Is like everyone's kind of their own weirdo now. I don't know if it's always been like that. I'm like 3 years old, so I don't know the historical context there. But like for me, it kind of feels like everyone I talk to about music in any sense is because of how accessible it is to have your entire own algorithm pushing you your only thing and nothing else. It's like so many people are completely detached from like the same bases to touch down on. You know what I'm saying? I know very few people who listen to chart topping music, and it's like a lot of my friends aren't musicians. Like most of the people I talk to most of the time aren't musicians, and it's like and those people still aren't on the like chart topping shit. They're not on anything like that because they got their own space. Go on, Mega. This hand raising shit is so stupid.
What? It's respectful. The dichotomy is crazy.
The dichotomy is either like it's like some kind of like remnant of monoculture or hyper niche culture for a lot of things, and most of those are like the monoculture is a product of the music industry and what's pushed you, and the niche culture is a product of these newly emerging music scenes that are like happening in cyberspace. And so there's like that old middle ground of being a part of like a lineage of like this underground weird shit is strange to me. But I also don't feel like I have too much of a problem with it because I'm also like, as weird as I am, I'm very capable of communicating with anybody, and I'm also able to fucking DJ. So, you know, you read the room a little bit. I know that I'm able to play fucking a song from Kiefer and follow it up with a song from Quelle Chris that is going to, rock right. And it's like, even if they don't really like, even if they don't hit them like, wow, this is the best shit I've ever heard, they're like, oh, this is ill. I've never really heard anything like this before. But it's not so weird. It's not so weird that I'm gonna call you gay, because that used to be like a big thing about it. They used to be a big thing about it. I mean, like, basically him saying my dick hurts, listen to this, was basically him being like, I usually fuck my music and your music is man. You know what I mean? It was like, that's kind of like what it going at. I usually jack off to Wyclef and your music is...
It's funny though.
Wait, Trey, please. My hands up. No, but it really reminds me of a conversation I had with Shamar when I was just talking to him about like the poetry stuff, and like how this rap thing that we're into is like only kind of, for a lot of people in the current culture where everyone has their own niche and yada yada, is only really like weird in the sense of like they don't have the context to enjoy it outside of thinking it's weird. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people kind of come into it thinking it's odd, but what like Shamar was saying, he was playing his joints that he's like his own songs for people who are his co-workers, and they're like, this is crazy. But if in any other context, those people would probably avoid that style of music. You know what I'm saying? Like in a lot of contexts, it's like if I play some of my shit and they know me, they're a little more willing to be like, oh, you're doing this. If I was just like at a party and I put on my shit, it might throw them off a little bit because that's not dance music, you know what I mean? But in a lot of the reasons why the stuff that we have is weird is because people don't have the context to enjoy it. Go on, Mega.
I definitely agree with that. One of the wonderful things about hip hop music is like when hip hop music is live, it is different. Like when you hear somebody rap and freestyle off the head, or you hear a really particularly dope MC off the head, it's transformative. It's different. It's magical. It's wonderful. People, we have, again, this goes back to the way that we disseminate and judge music and make these value judgments. A lot of times you'll hear something and be like, this doesn't sound good to me. It's whack. But if you play me as my friend something, and I think about you and the qualities of a person that make you and what you're trying to accomplish, what you're doing, it becomes more of a like a substance that I actually try to taste and deal with. It's like, you know, like if your friend is cooking dinner, you don't just look at it and say, wow, you're a really good cook. You really, when somebody does that, you have to take a taste and be like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. I never had, you know,
and you trust your friend not to give you food
neck
poisoning.
bones, you know, like I never had neck bones before, like, you know. Of course, sometimes you got a buddy who's like, yeah, I listen to ambient death metal, and you're like, actually, I'm a vegan, and I can't eat your shit right now. But you know, like sometimes it's like that. But for the most part, man, like it's another one of those connection things. You just like, man, live art is so ill. I think that's another topic that I'd like to discuss, because there are so many MCs who I feel like people, once you see them live, you get it. And some of those cats are my favorite
I'd like
MCs.
to talk about live stuff as well. Actually, I feel like my experience of live music is quite extent. Like I'm outside, so I feel like
the craft is still tremendously important. You cannot just rap over your fucking CD or your song and it be that dope. Sometimes you have to go above and beyond for that performance. And that's what KRS-One was saying, due to knowledge, I just make a real MC. Yeah, because, man, I've seen some MCs, like, even beyond the freestyle, just a song I've listened to, you know, 30, 50 times, and I see the MC perform it, and the breath control and the approach to the performance of it is slightly different. It's almost like a remix. I mean, it is a remix. This is a whole new thing. And it is just, wow, this is also why this is better. This is also
we got to
why.
move off this, because this is a good topic, and I actually like that as an idea to talk about. So we got to talk about that. Trey, what were you gonna say earlier?
To Megan's point about like being a good DJ and kind of like sneaking the medicine in a way, I do think that's like a really underrated way to get like people in, like more acclimated to music. I love like doing like, oh, I'm gonna put you on the Kendrick because you have a frame of reference for this, and then we gonna ease you to like a soulful Isaiah Rashad joint that like Kendrick is on, so like you kind of get the vibe, and then I can like play "Can't Leave It Alone" by Cavalier from Different Type Time. This is close enough where you're like, oh shit, it's like nothing even happened, and then next thing you know, you're actually like, oh, who was that? I want to hear more of that.
Then you hit him with a little interlude, and then you move it on to another joint. Yeah, like there's a science,
bro. That's crazy.
A science.
You gotta program. It's like
you guys are
like,
out here puppeting these niggas to enjoy that.
Like how they do with the algorithm, bro. They put shit in your brain.
Trey crafting algorithms out of thin air out here, man. It's beautiful to see.
Nah, but back to the algorithm point real quick. Where Megan's talking about like a remnant of monoculture. That's why I find it interesting where people were like, people still trying to do like, who's the new big three shit, and like the way we consume music just doesn't work like that anymore. To even have like a consensus big three or like a frame of reference where like when you say big three, people know who you're talking about. But like that's not a thing anymore. Like people are in such vastly different bubbles and spaces where like you can't like group around these set of artists and relate like that.
Do you think Win is a part of the big three right now? Can you imagine?
Yeah, bro,
a nice little wonderful white woman.
It's Win, Westside Gunn, and Playboy Cardi. That's my top three. That's my big three.
I'm not big on Cardi like that.
I'll take it back.
NBA Young
Baby
Boy.
Keem, Doechii.
What? Okay, wait.
New big three.
You just brought up Baby Keem real quick. What?
No, that's for my recommendations.
Okay. We can go about that later then. Okay, fair
Baby
enough.
Keem is way too horny for me to listen to, bro. Like, he's a juvenile. Like,
how can you say that? How can you say that?
That's That's a very
Yo,
good point.
Trey, I share things with you because we're really close friends. I don't announce how horny I am to the fucking world. I don't walk around being like, I gotta get a bitch, I gotta get a bitch. When I put people on the music, it's not about me trying to get hoes and shit. Like I'm a bookish person. Like I want to talk about other things. Baby Keem has nothing to say except for like he's a really horny dude.
No, we're gonna get into it. But yeah, with the I
didn't listen to the new album. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to think. I got more anecdotes to do with the fucking me being like, oh yeah, music is like this, and then people just losing their fucking minds over it. I spent like a lot of high school. I wasn't even into weird shit. I just kind of was into like semi underground boom bap, like not like people who were completely unknown. Like I was into like Blue, I was into like One Below, those type of people. And I just remember the amount of times like I would come in and be like, guys, look at this one song, and it's just the cover. I don't know that. Move on. Are you guys? What's going on? Oh, Trey's dying again.
I'm chilling. I'm just listening.
Okay, word. Yeah. And it's like the amount of time. My fault. I know my internet's just been really shit the last few weeks. So now I'm always like, oh, okay. If they're not saying anything, then that means I've vanished into the ether. You know what I mean? But yeah,
don't let Trey call you paranoid. Fight against that.
Yeah, but it's just like a lot of the time you come in with your like at a certain point, our even perceptions of what is weird gets completely skewed because we'll have an idea of like this is a relatively normal thing, and then you'll play it for someone who isn't really into something really like. Their hands are up like this, and it's like fucking what is it like the drumless shit? I kind of forgot that was not normal for a bit.
Bro, every time that becomes a conversation on the timeline, I'm like, bro, they're talking about this like it's an alien entity, and I'm like, how can you not wrap your brain around this? Like, bro, it doesn't make sense. Where's the drums, bro? Bro, what?
Yeah, it's not known like that. It's a little crazy, and I'm so like desensitized to it to the point that now I'm here like I'm not really like. I'm not super big into drumless hip hop anymore. Like I feel like it's kind of passed me by and being like a novel thing. Now it's just like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's whatever, and it's like it's not like I find it to be interesting like in and of itself anymore. And I think it's interesting because people are always discovering it. You know what I mean? People are always finding it as a new thing. Niggas are always finding Nicholas Craven for the first time and thinking he's the first guy to ever do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a really like weird spot to be in where folk are constantly discovering the weird thing, being like, this is weird, but you're kind of like at a part in your music listening career, so to speak, where you're like beyond having those opinions on that stuff and as a weird entity, you know? I think Craven is a very normal producer, but people don't think that. You know what I mean?
The thing that always frustrates me in this process is how like people do not want to give shit the time of day. It's very often people do not want to give shit the time of day. So like even if you like introduce something to them like just on its basis, there's a very big tendency to like write something off a rip. There's this really random ass anecdote that has always stuck with me. It makes me irrationally mad sometimes, but is the Mike Salon podcast, where it's like the dead end people and then like some of their like extended people. And Mike was talking about the Untitled Nas album, and he's talking about the song Roaches on there. And the co-host Sophie is like,
whose album? Sorry,
Nas's album, the Untitled album that used to be called Nigger. Why was I reluctant to say it? Like I can't Nigger. It was called Nigger, but he changed the Untitled because that was it.
Why did I laugh so hard when I heard it? I think it's funny. I've always thought it's pretty hilarious when black people use the term
a different conversation
in a funny way. Yeah.
So Mike was talking about the album. He was like, "Yeah, the song called Roaches on it," and then the co-host Sophie is like, "Why is it called Roaches? I don't want to listen to that." And just to hear the name of a song and like you are averse to it simply like by the name, like you want to get into like what it's like. I guess, bro. Some people would be like, just hear the name of some shit. Like, bro, check out Billy Woods. I'm like, bro, what kind of name is Billy Woods? I'm not checking out that bullshit.
William. People didn't really know.
I'm not gonna lie. I make those type of useful distinctions and things too, but I mostly do it through like weird shit.
I try not to unless I have a read on something.
Yeah.
And that it might be narcissistic of me, but I feel like I have a good read on shit, so I can be like, man, this is bullshit, and like 9 times out of 10, I'm right.
You don't do that for the entire world to see. You do that when you joking with your people, like your friends.
Nigga lie.
Nigga lie. I swear, people just have lost the art of like composure. Like you have lost all composure. Well, like you are so surprised by something that the best that you can do is to be averse to it. That's such a weird thing. Like, why don't you just like, you know what I mean? Let it grab your ass a little bit and figure out if you feel how you feel about it. Man, roaches might grab your ass.
That's also a product.
Don't be pearl clutching with me, KOSEY. You know how I do here.
This is also sadly a product of this capitalistic society where everything moves so fast. People do not want to take their free time and be like, "Yo, let me see if I like this. Let me listen to this one. Let me listen to this Woods album and see if I like it, bro." This is my precious free time that I get in between my bitch ass job and my bedtime. And they're like, "Bro, I wasted my free time listening to this bullshit." Like, and then like, why would I go back to it a second time to see if I like it more? Like, no, I'm gonna go to the shit I'm comfortable with.
Guys, I'm starting to think capitalism might be bad.
Wait, this might be the first episode where Mega hasn't said neoliberal yet.
I'm pretty sure I said neoliberal when I was talking about white women being thrown under the bus earlier.
Shit, man. We'll get them next time.
You have to pry neoliberal white bitches from my cold dead hands, nigga. I will never stop saying it. Jesse Jackson just died. I got a shit. I've been hating on him too. I've been having a good time. No, but like I always will. I will never stop saying that. Yeah,
neoliberalism. It's a useful word, low key.
No, it's a really good descriptor because a lot of people don't even know what it means. Like you say it's one of those things. It's like you talk to there's a really niche group that understand what it means, and then there's also like this kind of like monoculture that thinks they understand what it means. I remember like I used to use the term reactionary and people thought that I was talking about people who's react to things. It's like, what do you like? I'm not talking.
I thought it was. I'm not gonna lie. For the longest, I thought it was that too. For the longest,
I mean, people.
I know what it means now, but yes,
if motherfucker was stomping on me for fucking outlier. But yeah,
for dichotomy.
I never fucked up. I never fucked. Yeah. Hey, homie, don't be trying to embarrass me in front of these people. What's up with it? I almost beat his ass. I swear to God. I sat him down the train. Was like, yo, I'm gonna whoop your motherfucking ass right now, bro.
Saying that that's fine.
That triggers him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was so.
Y'all got anything else to say on this?
I got recommendations. We're almost 2 hours in. I got recommendations.
Man, let's go. Run it.
Let me remember what mine are real quick.
I wanna remind all of us to reach out to our homies that we like, but we don't necessarily talk to all the time. I want to remind us to do that shit because it's pretty important and a little bit goes a long way. Also, I want to just I want to remind people that Secret House has virtually every single artist, but there's maybe 3 albums on the entire playlist of album reviews that we've done at Secret House that are not great albums. I've been listening to Miles Cook's last shit again and again and again. It's a French name, so I'm not going to mention it, but Miles Cook with an E.
Ceci and that pas un portrait.
Yeah.
Okay, shit.
I don't know.
He's been reading French.
Right. That nigga don't know.
No, yeah, I think you did. I think you did.
No, I was starting to do my indie show. I write about all the albums, but like I didn't have time to finish it. But I did Miles.
Yeah. That album
is fantastic.
That
for the vibes.
Nah,
I remember listening to it through the listening party, and it's just that shit.
It's a great album, and I think that it also like it resonates with youth, but also I think that a lot of older cats like me that loved like Cannibal Ox will really settle into it and really enjoy it. And also I just like Miles, man. I've been communicating with him a little bit. We're supposed to get up and just have like a chat as homies, you know what I mean? Like 2 black folks just like building and maybe commiserating, but also championing each other and just trying to get through the day. And I think that's really important because everybody that I know seems to have some type of issue, and it's just good to reach out to people, man. Like the album's fucking beautiful. I got a text from him about new music too, and so like I'm hype. And yeah, check out Miles Cook. Check out Miles Cook, man. That shit is fucking fire. Check out the review on Secret House Against. I'll send a link so it goes into the recommendations.
Cool. Shout out. Do you want to go next, Trey, or should I?
You go next.
Okay, I've got 2 recommendations here today for you good people. The Pleasure Is Yours by Gina. Good musics, fantastic music. I've been waiting for this. I've been sitting in my room, twiddling my thumbs. Time going past, time passing, and now we're here. 3 months after the announcement, Gina has released their debut album, Live.E. It's also pronounced Live. I say Live.E every single time. Live.E and Kareem Riggins joined together. It's fantastic. It's everything I wanted it to be and more. It's actually just a brilliant record. I would have assumed it was going to be great. It's better than I thought it was going to be. It's immediately up there as album of the year for me, and I'm excited to see if people can top it because my lords, that album is fantastic. It's so great. Shout out Live.E. Shout out Kareem Riggins.
I thought it was Live E is the way that it was supposed to be done.
It's just pronounced Live.
Live.
But,
okay.
Yeah, but
I didn't know either. Yeah.
I'm aware. I just forget every single time I say it. And also, I feel like if you just say Live, no one knows who the fuck you're talking about. So it's important to be like to just be like, just throw it out occasionally.
I'm kind of a Kareem Riggins hater. I remember you mentioned this earlier, but I was tapped in because Live.E is amazing.
It's amazing. It's like the thing that I fell in love with Live for was her album Couldn't Wait to Tell You. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Couldn't Wait to Tell You, I think. And that record, like, I remember that was a very important record for me when it came out, and the things following that haven't really been anything like that. Like, it's been good. It's been good music. It's not been like bad, but I feel like the focus of that album was something that I enjoyed so much, and I have felt like she's kind of veered into a very different direction since. But this Kareem record feels like a back to the thing that made me in love.
A little bit of that
place.
oddness. Yeah, I actually agree with you because that's my favorite Live album as well. Couldn't Wait to Tell You. And to go back to the last topic, I was at my homie MC Buddha's house, and there was about 15 of us, and we were playing Uno with like 3 decks. And I had the aux, and I put that album on, and everybody was just kind of like, all right, let's fucking play Uno. And I was just like, why ain't you feeling this shit? Because my boy MC Buddha, his wife is a half Japanese, like a jazz vocalist, and she's super dope, and she likes a lot of really outstanding black women art like that. And she was feeling it, but everybody else was like, oh, can we play something else? And it was just like, you don't see the vision. Because you're racist, and I hate you.
It is, and they hate black women on Women's History Month as well.
On Women's History Month, it probably was March back then too, or it was Black History Month, and they hate women and black. Triple oppression, all types. All types.
It gets serious. My second recommendation, my homeboy Dr. Pebbles.
Wait, who?
As Dr. Pebbles.
Is that a cereal mascot? That's crazy. Dr. Pebbles.
Dr. Pebbles, as eagle-eyed Koseologists will recognize the name from Rap Voice. He played the drums and keys for that joint. He's started doing this thing where every single week he drops just like a few beats he made, and he's just got a bunch of tapes out now that I think are really great on his Bandcamp. He's dropped Restart, Brain Fog, Dimples, and four raw bumps.
That's not the handsome mustachioed man.
It is. It is him. Yes, because
that's my super twin. Yeah, that's my super twin. According to certain artists. Yeah. I was like, oh, he's handsome, and you're like, oh, he looks like. I was like, oh yeah, thank you. I love you too.
Crazy.
I feel cute today. I feel really cute today.
It's crazy because they literally that picture of you, that drawing looked exactly like David. It's actually not.
You mean GrandMEGAFlowers?
Hey, that's goddamn right. Put some respect on that.
Yeah, so shout out Dr. Pebbles. Me and him are maybe working on some music. Oh shit! Oh my god! And by maybe I mean we are. We're making stuff. We're gonna. I want to stop working on these fucking self-produced EPs. I'm stressed all the time. So I'm trying to rap and have fun on these guys' beats. So shout out Dr. Pebbles, and go listen to his stuff. TREDOES, do inform us.
My
What would you like to tell
recommendation.
us?
First recommendation, Casino by Baby Keem. I enjoyed the album quite a bit. See now. Wow, I didn't interrupt you. I could have been like, yo, I listened to the Liv and Kareem Riggins album and I fell asleep because that did happen. In my defense, I was traveling on the road and I was on 2 hours of sleep. Anyways,
You fell asleep
what was I
on
gonna say?
driving, nigga?
Casino? No, nigga, I wasn't driving,
You said something on the road.
bro. I was,
That 5-hour
yeah,
trip.
I was a-
on your way
I was
to
a
Atlanta.
You know, his
passenger
mom drove
princess,
him
bro.
to Atlanta.
Oh,
Passenger.
I see.
Actually, it was my grandmother, and she did a great
Shout out.
job. Shout out, grandma.
Yo, shout out to beautiful black women. Come on.
Shout out black women on
out
this
black women.
glorious Women's History
Clap it up.
Month,
Shoot.
Clap it up.
Shoot.
which is
What's your grandma's
also
first
an
name?
extension-
So we can dox you.
No,
No, tell me on the side. She probably got a hella black name, right? She got a hella black name.
well, listen, everyone calls her,
Salethia.
no,
Salethia.
everyone calls her Mumu because
Wrestler.
you know the Mumu, like the clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a baby, I used to call her by the clothing. Like, Mumu,
Ah, okay.
Mumu. And then it just stuck. So that's what
okay.
everyone calls her now. Anywho,
The
Casino,
black,
Baby
the
King.
black women names that I said were family members of mine. Shout out to my cousin Teresa.
Oh, so we
Oh
can
shit!
not
You get the docs.
We can dox
Mega
you.
doesn't care. That nigga Mega had his address on the video.
and then Open Mike Eagles streamed his address.
Open Mike Eagles shared that shit and said, if you want me to take it down, I'll take it down. I was like, all right, shoot it down. I don't care. Yeah, I don't give a
They
shit.
can come find me, bro. Who cares?
Ain't nobody seen me yet.
All right.
see me.
Anywho, Casino, Baby Keem, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's not a like insurmountable piece of writing or anything, but it has good energy to it. I fuck with the vibes. I fuck with the beats. You know, some shit I can turn on, chill with, bro. I like ignorant shit too. I like ignorant shit sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, I just came out of like my fucking girl in the half pearl phase. So I'm just like, listen to the fucking stewing over the lyrics and shit. I want to listen to Baby Keem and fucking be ignorant.
Is it better
Anyways.
than his last joint, you think?
It's
His last
better
joint
than
to me had...
It's
I
better.
like
He
I like
adds
the
more introspection.
I like the
on this
Kendrick
third
joints
joint.
on the last joint. That fucking
Oh, okay.
Family Ties is outrageous. Family Ties
yeah,
is
I fucking
outrageous.
love that song. Yeah,
If Family Ties,
Rolly
and,
gang.
like the first track where he's like kind of like more traditionally rapping. If you like that, if you like those tracks, you might like the new one. It's pretty solid.
I think I don't like the record. But
Of course, you hate fun.
We know you were saying before how we was just talking about like fucking bitches and shit. He does get introspective on here, but I think it sucks. I think
Still
he's not very
fucking
good.
bitches.
I don't think he's.
How
good at making the
introspective are we
music.
talking about? Like, what is he really getting into?
Introspective in the
He-
sense of like he's gonna just like list a load of really bad things that happened to him, and like as if that's like an interesting song. And like it's it's like unfortunate. Like that is sad that
Why
those
are
things
you
happen, but it doesn't make a
hating?
good track. I'm hating because it's bad.
It's
hate
not
it.
hate. It's
Interesting.
called.
No, it's not.
It's called
It's
critique on this
interesting.
channel.
No, it's not.
Nobody
No, it's
hates on
not.
this channel. It's
Here's
called
here's my
critique.
confession. Here's my confession. I hopped on my burner account when Dylan Cinema Sci posted that Pitchfork review, and I sent Dylan so many death threats on behalf of Baby Keem. You wouldn't believe it. That's a joke.
To a black
That's a
man?
joke.
You sent
For
that?
the record, that's a joke. Yeah, I was the one that said this nigga looks like he bathes in essential oils. I was the one that said that.
Yo, they were cooking his ass. I
It's
felt
crazy.
angry about it.
that insult was so funny though.
So funny, like
What
this
do you mean,
nigga
bro?
look like he woke. This nigga look like he cleans well. This nigga look like he look after himself. Bitch ass nigga. This
Nigga, yeah.
That's serious.
This nigga looked like he got shea butter toothpaste. It was bad. It was fucked up.
Anyway, second recommendation.
Oh no, go. Sorry, my
Why
bad.
are y'all doing 2 recommendations? When did we start getting on that?
We've always done multiple. What are you talking
word?
about?
We've been.
I
If you
just gotta
check
go
the
pee.
description-
I'm waiting to hit the
descriptions-
music
Yeah,
so
go
I can.
pee. Go pee, nigga.
All right. I want to hear the recommendations. I was waiting for the theme
It's
song.
more animation, bro. You don't care about this.
Okay. Oh, Jujutsu
Kaisen. Season
Is that
3,
it?
episode 8. Yes.
Should I get on that train?
Cinematic
Should I get on that?
masterpiece. I would recommend it. it is like at the beginning it's something more like a generic shonen, but like the later episodes like starts getting like some really interesting topics and like themes and shit.
Should I watch the dub or should I watch the subtitle?
I'm a sub guy, but you can do what you want. I'm a sub truther, like a fucking nerd.
Okay,
true, he is a nerd.
We all know that.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
yeah,
do you want to
season
go
3, episode 8.
No, I'm waiting to get out so we can, I want to be a part of it.
Episode 8, just a cinematic masterpiece. The most of the episode doesn't even deal with like the main characters and the main plot. It's like a backstory for a character that's being introduced, but just the way it's shot and composed, like from an animation perspective and like the storytelling throughout it is just as sensational, bro. Sensational.
Yeah, that is one thing. Like, I don't really like. I read quite a bit of the manga of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not really huge on it, but the presentation of the anime is so
I think the
outrageous
anime
that
adaptation is
really considering. I'm
much
considering
better.
getting back into it because the presentation of the
9
anime
times out of 10,
glorious.
I think the anime elevates it. Yeah, it's just it's insane. Last recommendation:
3.
the Cheetah Strip Club in Atlanta. Here's the backstory. I'm joking. I'm half joking. Okay?
Don't do that. Don't clutch your pearls, Cozy. Let it happen.
Here's why. It was so funny. We were leaving to go out with my homeboys, and we were just talking shit. And I had a fucking MF Doom ring on, and I was like, bro, this MF Doom ring, this shit gonna do numbers, bro. And then later in the night, there was a dance, and she was like, oh shit, I like your ring. And I was like, I told you, bro, this is gonna put up numbers.
This is not it, bro.
I'm gonna hip you to game right now. One thing that I've seen happen out here for my homie that I gave an MF Doom ring, my homie Scott Popular, he put it on his dreads. It's just like how you got your same beads on his dreads.
That's
the
tech.
MF Doom ring.
Tech.
He put that on his joint. He's never been more handsome. Never been more handsome. Trust me with it. Do that. I was thinking about locking my hair up because I'm like tired of just hiding it. Like I just want to have.
We can all three of us can be locked, bro.
No, I wouldn't say. Don't do that to your hair, Co. You need to have. Like what you need is you just get a little, you know what I mean, a little perm.
Are you telling the black woman what to do with her hair?
I'm
telling her she'll look real nice if she do a little Cat Williams.
Oh, you see this?
Yeah, that's what you should just be wearing instead of the beanie.
I used to do that a lot. But then I got this fly ass hat.
Honestly, if I saw you wearing the beanie is dope, but if I saw you wearing the bow. They approach you to be like, "What's up with you?" I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
You look like somebody's mother.
Yeah, no, the bonnet is a power move. It has like matriarchal power to it or something. It's like it really makes me feel like I need to go up and respect you. You know, like, hey, what's going on with it?
I want to close this.
Before I got the hat, it was literally just I was bonneting it on Wednesdays because Tuesdays are my wash day, and then I like to have my bonnet on the whole day after, just to keep the product in for a bit. So Wednesdays is usually my bonnet day, and I've only just recently started like having a hat and shit. You see, we accessorize. I got the necklace. I do
it every 2 days for my hair.
Little bows. You see this?
My hair been hella trash since I started taking different medication. My hair been breaking off like crazy.
It came with I bought a skirt from Depop, and they gave me these. It came with a little bead, the little bead bracelet and shit. Yeah, we get serious.
Can I do this?
I can see my scalp again.
Can I do this?
What's up with the Minutes Patreon?
I said that to you earlier too, Trey. I said finally, after 14 episodes of potting, I can finally see your scalp. Before it just looked like a fucking dense, deciduous jungle.
He had a little afro going on. Shout out to Patreon. Give us money on the Patreon and shit.
Join the Patreon. Hit like button. Let us know what you think of the topics, bro. I want to hear from y'all, bro. Let us know what you think. Comment. Give us your perspective. Unless it's stupid, unless it disagrees with anything I say, I don't want to hear it. But if you agree with me, I want you to leave a comment.
I like how you yelling like there's any amount of urgency. Like we're still gonna be talking after this music ends. Like it's not. It's not.
How do you know?
Oh, you're gonna leave? You're just gonna leave me here?
You know I'm not gonna disappear like Mega.
Fair enough. This is true.
I low key need to take a tinkle too.
What? You can leave me alone again? This is so scary. Oh man, what the fuck?